Yo guys, Spiderbot here bringing you some updated information on Black Ops 2 Zombies DLC Pack number 1 coming out supposedly on January 29th with the map name for zombies called Die Rise. If you remember the image that we showed you in the previous video the other day, looked like it was from a GameStop somewhere in the US. And we do actually have a larger image that we're going to show here. So January 29th, it is a promotional image that has been confirmed to exist in several, more than one, I believe, GameStop locations, I think in the US. So, do we have any details about this map called Die Rise? Well, there have been a lot of things being posted on the forums that I follow, and actually very detailed postings, but they're actually conflicting. So you know there are people making stuff up. You know, people have posted videos saying, oh, I talked to this guy and he's actually played the map, he's played the DLC, and he's providing me with all this information I'm bringing it to you. Number one, but I can't name my source, right? I mean, number one, okay, maybe you have some source and maybe he's full of shit and doesn't know a thing about the map and is just making this stuff up. And like I said, there are different schools of detailed information about the map that seem to obviously conflict a little bit. So again, that people are making stuff up. Anyways, let's take a closer look at the image in Die Rise. One of the buildings in the background, and this was one of the theories posted a couple days ago or a day ago, that perhaps the map would be located in Japan, China, Korea. I'm not sure about the lettering, if it's Japanese lettering, if it's Korean lettering, or Chinese lettering. I'm not sure. It's very hard to tell. It's actually blurred out. So does that signify the location of the map? I mean, we have these taller buildings. I wouldn't necessarily call them high rises, but they are significantly taller buildings than, something that you would see in a city of sorts. But, I mean, this could also exist in, some of the larger cities in North America, in, like, their Chinatowns, or they have certain areas where there are a lot of shops, Chinese shops or Japanese shops or Korean shops. I don't know. So it really could have been in any one of those locations, in my opinion. So one of the other possible clues that were leading people to believe this was perhaps in Japan was the red coloring, the red lines that are coming down from the top and top left and top right of the image. And if you look at this image of the rising sun, the Japanese rising sun, it does kind of look like there may be elements of that in the image, perhaps, or perhaps it's just blood splatter that happens to be falling in that sort of pattern. Not sure. So there are a few other images floating around out there, including this one, which is the loading screen, the start screen for Die Rise in survival mode. Now, what I'd like to point out here is that some of the comments from people stating they have all this information about Die Rise and have played it state that it's a map like Transit, where it actually contains submaps, like the bus depot, the farm, and the town. But if you go and try and play any of those maps in survival, you can't play Transit survival. You have to play Bus Depot survival, or Farm survival, or Town survival. And then you have the standalone map, Nuketown survival. It doesn't make sense that Die Rise is this big, all-encompassing map with these submaps in it, but then you're able to play it as a survival map. So from what it looks like to me here, and if this is in fact not fake, which it very well could be. I mean, if it is, it's a very, very good job of being fake. But if it isn't, then it would seem to me that Die Rise is simply another survival map similar to like Nuketown Zombies. The other thing that I'll note in the bottom left, look at how it says Breslau, Germany. Now again, if that is, it may be a fake thing, it may be a placeholder thing, because let's go back to the loading screen, at least not the loading screen, but when you first start in on Der Riese, you see when you first start the game, it says near Breslau, Germany. Well, okay, so perhaps there is, Die Rise is a play on Der Riese. Are people trolling us with these fake images, or saying, hey, it's Breslau, Germany, so it has a tie-in to Die Rise, Die Rise, Der Rise, kind of a play on words. We thought perhaps Die Rise is like high rise. Maybe it's a play on both. I mean, high rise, thinking you have these taller buildings in the background. The only problem is, and let's take a look at the image here of Breslau. And hopefully this is in fact an image of Breslau, Germany. The website I pulled it off said it was. I mean, it doesn't look like or appear like there are buildings that would look like the buildings that are in the background of the poster image. You have the buildings that we see here. And maybe there are other areas of the city. I don't know. I don't know how big Breslau is. I haven't done a huge amount of research on Breslau itself. Perhaps there is an area of the city that would look kind of similar to the background image in the Die Rise poster, but not sure. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then I don't believe those would be German characters, although maybe you do have kind of like a Chinatown, Japantown, or Koreatowns, inside within Breslau, Germany. So there were a couple more images. It looks like this is the actual loading screen of the map, and if you've seen any of our custom zombies maps, a lot of them actually have checkerboard placeholder images when there are no actual images that exist, so perhaps they don't have the image implemented, or again, it looks pretty legit. I mean, it looks like the text is all in the right places, and it looks similar to the loading screens and starting screens on Black Ops 2. But then, of course, you get the image in-game, and always these quote-unquote unleaked images are, taken with, I don't know what kind of camera you're taking it with, or the screen doesn't show you anything purposely to mislead you. And that's why it sort of leads me to believe that it may not in fact be true. I mean, if I look at these images of the start screen, the load screen, it looks pretty legit, but I mean, people are pretty good at trolling and pretty good at making things up, just like the detailed information that you might find in the forums. And again, I'm not going to go through all the detailed information in this video, but I will say that people have talked about, Die Rise being like a transit-like map with different locations, and one guy is saying you're traveling around on a wagon or something. It's like, what the hell? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the fact that going back to the poster image, it looks like the zombies are actually wearing military gear, military armored gear, which looks pretty recent, pretty modern. It doesn't look like this is from the 50s or 60s or whatever. So I don't know. You were talking about wagons and different areas, and even getting as far as some of the buildables they talk about. And I'm just taking it all with a grain of salt. Don't believe everything you read, even though one or more of those items may be in fact true. We don't know for sure. There's no way of knowing for sure at this point until we actually see a trailer. And I know Treyarch has mentioned that they were going to be releasing some information shortly, hopefully within the next week or so, about the new upcoming map pack. Not Resurrection. What the hell is it? Revelation? Resourcefulness? Revolution, damn it! Revolution, Spider! It's the revolution of the zombies. Die Rise. Anyways, I was still looking forward to it. I can't wait, man. And it looks like January 29th is definitely the date. We've got, man, it's 3.5 weeks away. Damn it! Oh well, back to transit. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any other information or ideas, leave in the comments. I'm Spider, and I'm out.